Okay, here we go.
Hey everybody, welcome to Jack's Treasures
Hey,
on
guys.
YouTube.
Yes,
I'm Tracy. This is Brian. That was Jack. We love Jack.
She's in speed mode today, guys, because we had to do a bracket battle the other day, and we sold 113 items in 10 minutes on whatnot, and we lost. Okay, this is our ongoing series of questions and answers that people have asked us, or we ask other people, and we try to answer them as best that we can.
What are some commonly used shipping supplies?
Yeah, that's a question that's asked us all the time.
People.
When we go to yard sales and they find out we're resellers, the first thing they say is, man, what do you use for shipping supplies?
You let the cat in. People beat down our inbox with emails. Jack's Treasures. What do you use to ship with? Because you know what? Y'all are the shipping masters. I know.
Right.
I know we are.
Yeah, right. This was a fun one. Okay, we're literally recording this again on the day. Normally we batch record and we do like 4 or 5 recordings. We haven't done that. So literally on Monday, we recorded on Monday and released Monday about midnight. And today is Wednesday.
Shoot before pre-10 p.m.?
Yeah, and we're recording this one, and then I'm going to go live with Mike Metco at Mike Metco's Meetup. Shout out to Mike Metco's Meetups, guys. If you're not following him, please do. He is an awesome reseller in and of his own right.
And we've been gone all day, and our cats missed us, so we had to let them in.
Yep. Okay. Commonly used shipping supplies.
Yes.
Ready?
Now, we just shipped out 30-something packages today.
Yes, we did.
So let's talk about the items that we used. Number one, we used a lot of poly mailers. And I only use poly mailers for basically 2 things. I use them for clothing and plush that does not have hard eyeballs and buttons.
And I'm going to add one other thing to that too. We also use them if we have a very odd shaped box. We'll use that and we'll put it inside of a poly mailer.
Just
and
to
then
make the package look a little neater.
Yeah.
But as a general rule, we do not do things like putting shoes in it, toys. I don't do...
glass.
We don't do plush with hard eyeballs because it can easily tear the wrap. It's usually clothes and soft plush.
Yeah, I mean...
But we sold a lot of plush, so I actually used a lot of this today.
We do a lot.
Another item we use are...
They come in 3 basic sizes that you want to use, too. They got the big ones, the medium ones, and the small
They come in a lot of different sizes, but the typical one I use is about, 13 by 11, I think.
Where do we get our poly mailers
I buy them on Amazon. I will actually try to link it down below because I found a brand... And I'm not sponsored by them.
We're not sponsored by anybody.
I might figure out a way to get like a 0.5% or something if you click it. I can't remember how I'm supposed to do that. But anyway, I found a brand on Amazon that I say is like head and shoulders above the rest. And I'm not saying it because I'm sponsored. I'm saying it because it really is. Unfortunately, I can't remember the name of the brand. But anyway, I'll link that down below.
Okay, so we got poly mailers. You definitely
mailers.
want to have some poly mailers. Bubble mailers
are another item that we use. Now those, I'll use them for things that I'm not super worried about getting broken, but needs a little more padding than a poly mailer.
Not glass.
Something like a paperback book. Paperback books go in poly mailers. What else goes in poly mailer? Pens. Yes, we mailed out a lot of boxes of pens today.
Sometimes we'll put in their markers if we get markers that are in a package. Things that basically, people are going to use.
Right. They are not collectible. Collectibles, I don't tend to put in a bubble mailer or a poly mailer because the package can get messed up and people care about their packages. But they don't tend to care about that on ink pens quite as much. Yes. I had a large coffee today.
She's on speed, guys.
No, it's just coffee. What else do we use?
We use a ton of boxes, guys.
Yes.
A ton of boxes. And we're talking about all sizes of boxes. We get a lot of our boxes from storage units. This last storage unit that we got was absolutely crap full of these things. Oh my God. I have so many boxes that I have boxes in storage right now.
Yes.
Oh, and I sold 64 boxes on the Facebook Marketplace.
Because they were a weird size that we wouldn't use very much for shipping, but they were pretty good for like moving, so we sent those on their way.
Yep.
Oh, the cats are fighting.
Yes. It wouldn't be a Jack's Treasures video without
another
that.
thing about boxes, you can get priority mail boxes from the USPS
for free.
Brand new, free.
Free.
But they can only be used for priority mail. So.
And you can turn them inside out if it's a flat rate one.
and still use it for priority mail.
Only priority mail.
But
do not put it in a poly mailer, by the way, guys.
No.
That is illegal.
But say you have a large flat rate box, you're not doing flat rate. Our postmaster said we can turn it inside out as long as it's going regular priority mail.
Yeah,
your mileage may vary. Every time I say this, somebody's like, my post office says you can't do that. Well, your post office may have that rule. But our post office says we can, and I've never had one return to sender.
Yeah, we literally had a video that we had a bunch of these packages,
Yeah.
and we had a ton of comments on it. Says you're not allowed to do that, and I'm sitting there going like, as I'm handing them to the postmaster, okay. At
So
my post
definitely
office.
follow
they're
your
perfectly
requests of your postmaster. Our postmaster says that's cool.
Yeah.
And it's
So
mainly because
boxes.
we get those and also in storage units, and we don't want to waste the weird sizes. We want to use them.
A lot of people get their boxes from eBay because they get a $50 credit monthly, or not monthly, every 3 months, and they use them for boxes, which is a great thing. I mean, it's an awesome thing. So
I've got so many boxes right now. We will be using ours for bubble mailers.
Oh yeah, we can also. You also, a lot of your family gives you boxes, but and we talked about where you can get boxes, and we did a whole video on that. So check that out in our video section that we have there down below.
In addition to boxes and packaging and things like that, you need tape. We like 3-inch tape. We like it big. 2-inch tape is the typical standard shipping tape. We like the 3-inch tape. I feel it gives a more secure closure. We use less of it, and we just like it. But 2-inch tape's fine. If
I will
what
let
works
you
for
know to don't let your tape get old.
Yeah.
It will not stick after a while, and it's not.
There is something else called paper tape. And there's a electronic paper tape machine, and I have been eyeballing that, and I may pull the trigger on that later this summer. We'll see. He doesn't know about that yet. But anyway,
How much are we talking about that thing?
I think it's like $300 or $400.
Oh, that's no problem.
But anyway,
Pocket change. We'll use our YouTube funds that we make because
Yes.
we're so monetized. No, we're not monetized.
but anyway, so you need tape. Get good tape. Don't cheat,
Not only that,
don't
but do
cheat
get-
out on tape.
Oh, and also get a good tape dispenser, hand tape dispenser. Okay, we had one that was not. I think we got it at a yard sale for $1 or whatever it may be. I don't even know.
The video of us destroying it is below. Just kidding. He did get mad at it the other day.
Yeah, I was going to drive my truck over it a couple of times because every time I was doing the roll, the tape would come off of the dispenser. So you got and be spend a little bit of money, get a good one because tape dispensers are the fastest.
You use it every day.
Yeah, the thing about it, everybody complains about shipping. Everything is about
I like shipping.
Well, I don't necessarily like shipping, but I will say that I don't dislike shipping.
I like shipping more than I like listing. So that is one way we kind of split up the work is if the shipping isn't, like today he did help me. But if the shipping is smaller, I tend to do more of the shipping. He does more of the listing. It balances out.
Well, one of the things with the tape, though, that you want to have is to help with the shipping is if shipping's not your thing or whatever it may be, you want to ship as fast as you can, okay? Dan and Demand, shout out to Dan and Demand, was saying that when he saw, we love Dan and Demand, by the way. He saw one of our videos that we did because we had we were going to go for $2,000 in 20 minutes on Sunday. We didn't quite make that, but we did end up selling close to about $1,400 in the 20 minutes. But we had to ship all this stuff, and they were big boxes. And he was like, I would not want to ship all of that.
He wanted us to go live when we're shipping. I'm like, no, you don't want to see us cussing at each other.
Yeah. Well, but the thing is that you want to be able to get through the shipping as fast as you can. A good tape is definitely part of that.
All right. Something he didn't mention there is you need wrap and filler material. Bubble wrap.
I have it mentioned right there. Packing material.
Okay, that had a big X through it.
It does not have a big X through it. That's on the other side.
It looked like it had an X through it.
It's part of our
packing
show notes.
material and bubble wrap. Use it. Use a lot of it. Use too much of it.
By the way, Christmas time, okay? When you go to yard sales and you see people have that Christmas wrap and it's like a quarter for 5 rolls of this crap, buy it. That's great shipping material.
It's cheaper than buying filler paper.
Yeah.
It's cheaper than buying the Home Depot paper that we usually buy when we don't have enough Christmas paper.
Yeah.
And you know what? Everybody likes a little Christmas in July.
And shout out to Scott over there, the Bearded Picker. He was talking about getting his stuff on Amazon, and he gets his filler paper on Amazon. And he's got great deals on that. So check out that. That's the Bearded Picker. His name is Scott. He's in Alabama. He goes live all the time. Just check out his channel. Tracy will put
He's
a
a
link
lot
down there
smarter
below.
than us too.
Yeah, oh, he's very much smarter than us.
But yeah, don't cheap
But
out.
we go over to Home Depot and we don't buy the paper. We don't buy the paper for packing paper, okay? Because that's expensive for one, and it's really kind of thin. We
Painter's
buy
paper.
painter's paper, and it costs about $12 for, I don't know, something like 600 square feet or something. I don't even know.
I think it's
But
14,
it's really
but we
good.
get the veterans discount.
Yeah, we do get a veterans discount. I do. You don't.
Oh, well, I'm married to you.
Yeah.
The cat just fell down.
That was an epic fail. We should have been videoing that. Okay, so yeah, filler paper. What else can you use for filler paper too? Well, you can use bubble. You can use popcorn if you really don't like the
please
person.
don't use popcorn.
Yeah.
Don't. I hate it. If I get it, I'm cussing you out.
No, she's not. She's cussing me.
Well, I'm cussing them out, but I have to direct it
At
towards
me.
them.
Okay.
But yeah,
but
I
you
don't
can
like.
use that.
I don't like peanuts. Some people do. I
For us, the biggest thing for us is definitely using wrapping paper.
Yes.
Okay, you can get it really, really cheap, especially after the holidays. Go to the stores; they got them all on discount. You can grab it up, snatch it up
For
there.
some reason,
Tissue-
we find an
tissue too.
abundance of Hanukkah paper in Atlanta, Georgia, on clearance every year.
Not only that, but we find every time we buy a storage unit, we get 10
Yeah.
or 12 rolls of this stuff. So that's a great place to go. You can also get it at estate sales, yard sales, all those other
Yes.
things. So anything for filler.
Okay, so you're wrapping it up really good. You've got your box. You got your tape ready. What are you
You know
gonna
what
do?
I don't have on there?
What?
Bubble wrap.
I was talking about that in the same thing. I said,
Oh,
don't
you're
cheap
talking
out
about-
on bubble wrap.
Yeah,
Just
get
buy
some
a
good
lot
wrap.
of it. Use
Get
a lot
the
of it.
small one and the big one.
The big one is awesome.
Get them both.
That's what she said. Anyway, after you have it in
What?
the box,
Wait a minute. Who said?
she.
About who?
I don't know. The
Better
bubble
not
wrap.
be you.
I think it's the bubble wrap.
No two.
But anyway, you've got your thing boxed up
Okay.
and you're getting ready to ship. You need to weigh it. Buy a scale.
Get a good one too.
There are
Big one, big,
Exactly.
because those boxes on those small scales, one they don't.
They have a limit. The smaller
wobble.
ones tend to have a limit, and
Yep.
you need.
Oh,
Now
man,
they're fighting
they're
again.
having a fun time today.
They're mad at us for being gone all day.
Yeah.
But as I
Just
was,
think about next week. We're going to
I
be
know.
gone all next week. We got to definitely bulk record that week.
yeah. Okay. As I was saying, get a scale.
You were
Make
saying?
sure it's going to meet your needs. We ship heavy stuff. I ship a lot of books, a lot of things that are heavier. We need a heavy duty scale. We've got one that goes up to 200 pounds.
We got two. We don't use that one for
Not very
smaller
often.
packages because it doesn't do ounces under a pound. So then we have two other scales that we use for that. But you want to have a scale. You want to have a good scale. The
They're
post office
cheap
actually sells
on
scales.
Amazon.
Costco sells scales. Just about anywhere. You can get a good scale for probably around $20.
And
but you want to get a good one.
finally, you need a printer. If you're going to ship, you do not want to take your package to the mail place, post office.
Mail
and get,
place?
Yeah, I know. And get them to label it. You want to ship it at home. Any printer will work. I will say that, those you can get a cheap inkjet for about $29 with the ink in it. and
Or
use
you
it.
can come to our
But-
yard sale and get it for $1.
Yes. But if you are shipping in any quantity, you're going to outgrow that quickly. I recommend personally a thermal printer. I use my thermal printer for everything I can possibly get away with using my thermal printer for because I just buy the paper, put it through there. You never have to buy ink. It prints the perfect size. They're awesome.
There's a couple different ones that you can get too. So
That's another thing I want to upgrade soon is ours is a plug-in USB one. They do make Bluetooth ones, so you don't have to be plugged in. I think that would be helpful. So that's kind of on my shipping or shopping list also. But a regular laser inkjet printer is going to work. Use what you've got when you're first getting started, but then invest in yourself and consider upgrading.
yeah, definitely. You want to have a good printer. Printer's it's gonna save you a lot of time right there because when she's talking about getting the labels, you buy the labels. The labels are stick-on labels, so you just peel them off, boom, throw it right up on top of the package.
I remember back in the day when we taped them on.
You put the shipping label inside the package, and then you put the shipping label inside the package,
And then
the packing
attach the
label
invoice.
you attach that to the top of
I
the
did
box.
that today.
And I have to look at that and go, the post office is not going to take this.
It was a long day. It was a long day.
It was a long, fun day and stuff like that. So those are a lot of the common commonly used shipping supplies
Family
right there. Boxes, poly mailers, bubble mailers, shipping tape. We prefer 3-inch. You can go to the 2-inch. It's fine. You know, we prefer the 3-inch because it gives you more wider of a space. It gives you more. It's a little bit more secure and a good scale.
Mm-hmm.
A good printer, thermal printer is the best. You could use any printer. We used the other printers until we got the thermal printer. And then packing material, any kind of packing material, paper that you want to use.
And then boxes, bubble mailers, and poly mailers. Just make sure you have what
said
you
those
need.
all first.
Okay, well, I was still talking. Make
Oh,
sure you
sorry.
have what you need before you sell something, because if you don't have packing material for it, you're going to freak out.
One other thing. You need table space. That'd be flat table space, okay, for putting your boxes together and not putting them together upside down.
His pet peeve.
Big time pet peeve of mine. And somebody, I won't say who, always makes those boxes upside down and tapes them upside down. Okay.
I'm from Australia, mate.
Have a nice, good flat surface. We did not have any surface
No.
when we did
Good
ours
stuff on
today.
everything.
We did because of the big show that we had. But oh, we said but at the same
Yes,
time.
but that should cover your basic needs for shipping. And
don't be afraid of shipping. Everybody always says, you know, I'd be worried about shipping. Don't be afraid of shipping.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody ships. I mean, my gosh, I know a Frankenbox, whatever you want to do, it doesn't
we
matter.
shipped 113 items out on Whatnot today, and it was no big deal.
Yeah, we've shipped more too.
Yeah, we
We
have.
have shipped more too when we were doing some other shows and stuff. Especially when we would ship. Oh, another thing with shipping is try to ship as fast as you can.
Yeah.
Okay. You think about it this way: if you bought something and you paid for that item, because nobody ships until they get the item, unless they're really stupid. If you pay for that item, you want that item as fast as you possibly can. For me, I try to give them the best deals that I can on the shipping. If I can ship it
I'm
reasonable,
looking at you, Mercari sellers. Y'all are slow.
yeah, there went another million of our audience. I try to ship everything as fast as I can. If it can go ground advantage, it goes ground advantage. Whether it's a book or not, it doesn't matter to me. I'm going to try to ship it in the fast can. So drop any comments that you have down below. Let us know your shipping supplies, your shipping stories, anything like that, horror stories, whatever it may be. Okay?
Tell us about the one time you got a package from Jack's Treasures that made you say, oh my gosh, these people suck. We want to hear that story.
What?
I don't know.
No, let's not do that. Thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. It all helps us. Hit that subscribe button, though. That really is important.
Follow us
to
on
Jack's
Whatnot.
Treasure. Follow us on Whatnot and on the District. We have
Yes.
Jack's Treasures on District also. Also, if you could, help us out with Stop Soldier Suicide. The link is down there below. Over 20 soldiers a day commit suicide. That's just way too many. Former soldiers, veterans. Okay. And as always,
Pet a cat.
Peace
like
out
this one right here.
from
His name's
Jack's
Mars.
Treasures.
Bye.